Makes your home different than anyone else's. We just showed you some pets. I've got 5 dogs at home. I'm going to show you the best odor eliminator that I've ever seen. It comes to us from the First Family of Clean. The folks at Campanelli at $19.98, you get not 1, but 2 great big cans. And you'll notice that it's not an aerosol that you spray up into the air.
Right.
It doesn't fake your nose into thinking the odors are gone. It eliminates the odor. Well, I remember the diaper pail.
Yeah, me too, 30 years ago.
Yeah, you know what? That's a smell that never leaves your nose.
Never leaves your nose. Your brain.
I want to introduce you to Joe Campanelli. He is truly the First Family of Clean. How are you?
Good, Dan.
Chris was on late last night, your brother.
Yes.
Your family's been in the cleaning business for ages.
Forever. My dad was selling vacuums door to door at 17 years old.
At 17 years of age.
Yeah.
Well, I've known you now, we're going on almost 20 years.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite products that you folks make.
Yes. And I've actually developed this almost 25 years ago, so this is not a new product for me.
Okay.
This is after our stain remover. We had developed Odor Eliminator, because the stain remover is phenomenal. We've sold millions here.
Right.
Right. But the problem is some of the really bad odors, they get trapped in the padding of the carpeting, especially if you're a pet owner, and they come back. So we developed an Odor Eliminator. I think you had mentioned, people spray stuff. So if you take this and you spray this, it smells really nice. But it doesn't, right, it just masks the odor.
Right.
And then there's also a lot of liquids on the market too. And the problem we found with liquids is, first of all, it is a liquid. So when you spray it, it actually runs. And if this needed to be deodorized, I would go through a lot of product to actually cover the surface of this. Our product is a foam, like our stain remover if you have that, so it actually clings to the surface. But the great thing about this is when you spray this, and you don't, a little goes a long way. You don't have to go crazy. Just cover the surface. It actually digests the odors. It physically digests the odors. It does.
Okay.
So they're gone. So you just let this, you don't have to wipe it, you don't have to blot it, just let it sit here, let the foam do its job, and when it dissipates, you'll be left with no odor and a nice, clean, fresh scent.
Part of the mission that Joe and his family has been on for so many years is to get those harsh chemicals out of the house.
Absolutely.
In the videotape, and I do it at my home, I spray the dog beds.
Yes.
And it doesn't take a lot. You used a term with me, it's not like you're not making shaving cream.
Yeah.
It's a very light film.
Because of some of the reviews, I think people are going to town on it. You don't have to. No, just a little bit goes a long way. This is here. Well, I know this. It's hard to sell Odor Eliminator on television, but that's actually vinegar.
Yes, it is.
Which has its own distinct smell. Okay, so we're going to put some of that down here. And
so is this our simulated pet stain?
Yeah, our simulated.
What,
so
you couldn't squeeze a puppy on air?
I couldn't. I have 7 of them.
Don't do that.
But they're not that compliant. So again, and sometimes when pets do their business, you can't even tell. Right, because it goes into the padding of the carpeting. So just spray this on here. So we're just going to spray a little bit.
And by the way, when your pet makes a stain like that, they are fully aware of it because their sense of smell is 50 to 60 times stronger.
Now, be honest, you can't smell any vinegar at all.
There's a very light scent, which is in the can.
It's a clean scent.
But there's no vinegar scent at all.
Right. The foam actually covers it. It covers it and digests it. So it is gone. If you're a pet owner or if you have trash cans or garbage disposal, you're bound to have some odors.
Every house has an odor.
Right, and this is unlike anything else you can find. This is not in a supermarket anywhere. This is exclusive to us. We formulated this in the toilet. Okay, after you do your business, let this product do it. So all you have to do is spray a little bit, and it actually creates like a barrier. Okay, so
you can see that.
Right, it does 2 things. One, it eliminates any odors from passing through that.
Okay.
But usually when we're done, and we do this every day. My wife, when we flush the toilet, when we're done, I just spray a little bit in there and let it sit there. So every time you walk into the bathroom,
it's deodorant.
It smells clean and fresh, and it lasts all day, which is great.
And it's affordably priced, $19.98. These 2 cans go a long, long way.
Yeah.
I was telling Joe, and Joe's been a friend, and so is your brother Chris, family friend now for many, many years. I just used this in one of my automobiles. To get kind of a mildewy scent out of the mats.
That's a great point. It works fantastic for cars. It doesn't work like on eliminating molecules. It doesn't work on masking smells. It actually sits on the odor, and in layman's language, it eats it.
Okay.
It eats the odor. It's gone. So Robocans, we have Robocans at our house. They stink. There's no liners or anything in them. A hamper, you get the nasty smells in a hamper. We had mentioned diaper pails.
That diaper pail.
You know how they stink. We love the little ones, and the great again in the commode. It's wonderful. Just spray it, creates a barrier like that, and garbage disposal also, which we're going to show you here. It's great. And your shoes. So anywhere there's a smell.
Use it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go crazy. A little bit goes
Yes,
along.
yeah.
I still want to know where you found a glass garbage disposal.
Online I can find any glass trash can. It's
That's
just
true.
amazing. But this is really cool because garbage disposals stink. So I have a little apartment I come out here in Westchester,
Right.
and
I
I
know.
stay. And sometimes I'm not out here for a little while, and maybe I forget to use the garbage disposal.
Yep.
And man, does that stink!
But again, you'll notice how it clings.
Right. It clings
and
to the
that
surface.
Clinging is what it allows it to do its job so effectively.
Right. And again, the reviews are fabulous. I've had this for years. This is we're not experimenting. I mean, this is been proved to be a fabulous product. If you love the stain remover, and if you're a pet owner, you'll absolutely love this as well.
Completely agree. As a pet owner, that's the 1-2 punch.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great. Now, this is obviously milk.
Right.
If milk, we had a milk explosion in our office.
You told me about that. This has been a few weeks ago. Yep.
Yeah. Man, you forget how bad sour milk smells. I mean, it was terrible. So if you get a really bad burst or the kids drop something in the car and you get that stinky smell, again, a little goes a long way. You don't have to go crazy. So spray this on the car mat of the car seat, just cover the surface, and that's it. Just let the product do the job. As this, you don't have to wipe it, blot it, do anything. As it dissipates, the odor will be digested. It will be gone. Yeah.
And just walk away.
I'm going to show you what you don't have to do.
Right.
You don't have to do this. That's not necessary.
In fact, by doing that, you're wasting product.
Yeah.
And Joe, everything Joe builds and makes and manufactures is designed to be very cost effective
Yes.
and highly effective in doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, and again, a little goes a long way with that. And I want to tell you, if you have pet beds, yes, you can spray the pet bed.
Yep.
Okay, eliminate the odor, let it dissipate, let it dry, and yes, your pet can go back on the
Right
bed.
away.
And even when you take the pet bed, if you get a little bit, we have 7 Yorkies, and they're really good, but they do a little tinkling every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Just spray a little bit on the surface of the pet bed or the pet cage. Anywhere in the house you have an odor, and you'll be amazed. I mean, it's a fabulous.
Several hundred sets ordered again this morning. Highly recommend it. One of the most effective products. Thank you.
Dan, always a
great
pleasure,
to have
sir.
you here.
Thanks, pal. Thank
We've got all kinds of things coming up as we continue with our broadcast. A little later on, we're going to talk to you about something that's a little bit different. It's a product that was first developed for the automotive industry, and it was disappearing from people's garages, and ladies were taking it in the house. It's called coning. It's indoor-outdoor. It's a home polish and spray for any hard sealed surface at $21. It's one of the most economical ways to get that perfect finish on granite countertops. Look at that. Or to be able to use it on mirrors, stainless steel.